It's the Ice Report with Tom Casey on 101sports.com.
Tom Casey back with another edition of the online Ice Report right here at 101sports.com. More good stuff to talk about as we look back at Ken Hitchcock's second week since taking over as head coach of the Blues before previewing the week ahead, which looks like a promising slate of games against teams that you have to take seriously, but teams that aren't necessarily red hot. Moving ahead. Let's begin by looking back. Another 2-0-1 week for Hitchcock, so the Blues 4-0-2. Still no regulation losses since he took over 2 weeks ago. You have a 2-1 win against the Red Wings, a 4-1 win at home to close out a 5-game homestand against Florida, and then, of course, the 3-2 shootout loss in Minnesota. And for people who aren't hockey diehards, you got to understand that the Minnesota Wild right now are the best team, at least on paper, according to the league's overall point standings. They are the best team in hockey, and they're really, really strong at home. 7-2-1 at XL Energy Center. The Wild have been very good, and of course they've beaten the Blues there twice this year. But the Blues getting that overtime, that shootout loss point was huge because they still need points. Right now as we tape, they're currently number 8 in the West, but everybody in the West are getting points, so it's huge to get them, even if it's by way of defeat in the shootout. Looking ahead to this week coming up, LA Kings, as we tape, they're next on the horizon, a Tuesday night game at Scottrade Center. They've just been a so-so team in their last 10 games, but they do bring a lot of talent to the table. Jonathan Quick, very good goaltender, and of course they have other parts up front like Anse Kopitar that can put the puck in the back of the net. Then on Wednesday, very interesting test at Pittsburgh. The Penguins announcing on Sunday that they're getting Sidney Crosby back into the lineup, played Monday against the Islanders. This will probably be his second game since returning from a concussion that had sidelined him since January 5th. But the Blues will be getting back Chris Stewart, who will be done serving a 3-game suspension. So that Wednesday night test in Pittsburgh could be a very good one between these two teams, who will play again in January at Scottrade Center. Then you look ahead to Friday. The Calgary Flames come in. Calgary has struggled this year. They have not been very good. This is going to be the most doable game of the games that the Blues play in the week to come. Then on Sunday, a trip to Columbus. The Blues will face the Blue Jackets for the first time this season. Ken Hitchcock paying a visit to his former team that he led to the playoffs in 2009. So again, taking a look at what all 4 of these teams that the Blues will play in the next week have done, none of them have won more than 5 games in their last 10. In fact, the Blue Jackets have only won 3 of their last 10. So it's a big opportunity this week. The Blues special teams need to be better. The penalty kill has been pretty much awesome. Power play, after a surge under Hitchcock after he took over, has kind of regressed a little bit. He wants them to play closer to the net. That's a criticism that he cited recently after one of their games. So hopefully we'll see more of that and hopefully more production on the man advantage for the Blues. Next week, same place, same time, we'll review week number 3 in the Hitchcock era right here at 101sports.com.